So today we jumped off the cliff. 15 baby chicks. They have been front-loaded as much as I can. They've been vaccinated for coccidia and Merrick's disease. They have a very special food gel that we put together for them when they first came, and they perked right up, although they were loud and chatty the whole time. They're drinking a vitamin-enriched water, and they're going to stay here in this brooder. I don't know if you can read the thermometer well, but the red light was a little too much at this time of year. It's warmer. So they're under a yellow light, and the yellow light is keeping them at a comfortable 90 to 95. And every week we will lower the temperature in the brooder by 5 degrees until they get to a comfortable 70, which hereabouts now will be air conditioned. The plan is to have them out in their own pen by the end of the summer, definitely before we get into some cold winter weather. But they will live here in this room that will grow with them until they're about 3 months, maybe 4 months old. And by that time, they will have their brand new residence on Antioch. So the Night Cottage Farm is developing the Antioch space for both vegetables, and we're increasing our flock. We've always had half a dozen birds here in town, and on Antioch, over the years, JC and they have had upwards of 20 birds. They have an incubator, and they enjoy brooding them, and during JC's illness, that kind of went by the wayside. So I think they're down to only maybe 7 or 8 birds up there. And we're going to rebuild some of the existing pens, and we have a brand new pen coming from some master gardenering friends that are aging out of their bird keeping years. And so we have some construction to do, but our new little girls will have great accommodations, and we have brown layers and white layers, and we're thinking we'll end up getting some Easter eggers in the spring so we can get some colorful eggs and enjoy watching everybody grow up and work our way to a flock that's about 25 birds there and keep half a dozen or so here still. We found that we were running a little bit short on eggs in almost all of the resources that I was involved in, the farmers market. Even the folks that are providing eggs for restaurants are finding that the demand is greater than they can meet. And then we saw some crazy price gouging things happen, people charging $8 a dozen eggs, and that's just way out of line with what our reality is. So we will have birds that are quote-unquote free range, and they will be they are not being given antibiotics because they were vaccinated. And interestingly enough, if you do an antibiotic feed, you negate the vaccination, which I learned from the hatchery. So they will be antibiotic free, and the fresh egg tastes wonderful. They are not organic because we are not feeding them organic feed. We're feeding them just the regular unmedicated chick starter. And when they grow up, we'll move them to the feed that we blend here for our girls. And that involves oyster shell for scratch. And we use cottonseed meal as the main protein, and some corn and wheat, and then all of the good stuff that we give them from the yard and from the house and from all of our friends, so they always eat well. And we're hoping we can comfortably feed another group that will help to feed us by this time next year. That's all for now, from the Night Cottage Hatchery. They, by the way, they were born, I believe, on Monday. They were shipped on Tuesday, and today's Thursday. So they did a 2-day travel. They went to the post office at the end of the day on Tuesday, and they arrived here in New Bern in the early morning today. So they're a group of very good travelers. That's all for now.